Hello everyone, and welcome back to Season 1 of my Let's Play series. You have joined Episode 10, and we are starting off in the Nether today. I am on a mission. I have got to get some glowstone so that we can keep on making some progress. I'm going to need some glowstone for the things I'd like to start working on. I think I found some I'm going to be able to get to here relatively easily. And there are some blazes on me again already. And here we are with the glowstone. Boy, this hammer sure does make mining stuff a lot easier. I think we'll just leave that one there. I don't think I'm going to be able to get to it. I am not really sure what's happening. There we go. And of course I died. That was fantastic. I don't really know exactly what happened there. But I don't think we were too far away. First death of the season, episode 10. I believe that is a new personal best record for me. I don't think I've ever gone quite this long without dying. We won't need that. I am going to wait a few minutes, though, because I'm suffering some kind of status effect. I'm not sure why it's not telling me. But I'm pretty sure that I'm suffering from fatigue or something to that effect. And man, that hurt. That really hurt. I'm kind of wishing that didn't happen, because I had a whole bunch of experience, and that, believe it or not, is exactly why I was going to the Nether. And this is going to be dangerous. Don't have much to lose, though. Hopefully my gravestone mods are in this pack, in case you didn't know. Where did I die? There it is over there. And I think I'm going to be able to get to my gravestone relatively easily. Yeah, look at all this stuff. Oh my goodness. There's all my stuff back. We got 7. I had like 40 experience levels. I got 7 of it back. That's all right. And I'm still not quite sure what happened. It seemed like I just got kind of stuck there. Not really sure what that was about. And man, where are those blazes coming from? When I first spawned in here, I had to beat up about 7 of them. There must be a blaze spawner nearby. Man, I think I'm going to die again. Wow. Well, we were doing so good. We're doing really, really good. Then, you know, that kind of stuff's got to happen. But, what can you do? Lots of fun stuff. Fun stuff. That's all right. All this is going to be worth it in the end. Because, like I said, we are going to need this glowstone. Let's see where that depth was. It's got to be pretty close to where the other one was. There it is over there. At least I didn't lose nearly as much experience this time. Man, I think I had a little hole over here I started to dig into. I think I can stand over here for just a second, maybe grab a little bit of food, put my armor back on. Man, it is rough in the Nether. There he is. At least we're getting a fair amount of blaze rods. I'm up to 7 now? That is craziness. Now we've got a gas somewhere near again. Where is he? I can hear him, but I can't see him. Let's see. We're going to need a fair amount of glowstone. I'm also going to want to get some, quite a bit more nether quartz too. So the storage drawers are going to help us out, quite a bit. There's some soul sand. I'm going to need some of that too. Let's see if we can't find a way down here and get some of this soul sand. And that basalt is really dark. Almost looks like you're going to fall into a hole almost. And the nether is a scary place. Let's see, how am I going to get over there? Whoa. Almost got done in by some lava there. There we go. See how much glowstone we've got. A couple of stacks. That might be enough. That might just give us what we need. I do want to pick up a little bit more of the soul sand since it's so handy. I see you over there, Mr. Blaze. See if we can't pick up a fair amount more of this nether quartz. We are going to need a lot of nether quartz, and by a lot I mean we are going to need, even if I were to fill every available chest that I have completely full with nothing but nether quartz, I still don't think we would have quite enough. Because we are going to need a hefty amount of nether quartz. What I've got planned for us is basically going to solve our inventory issues for quite some time to come. See if there are any more nether quartz hanging out around here. A little bit over there. Wow. Yeah, they are just not giving up in the nether, are they? I know there's some ardite and some cobalt over there, but really, as dangerous as this place is, I'm not sure that I really want to risk it for stuff that I don't really need right now. Again, you can see why I wanted to have these, extra little modifiers that give me XP for mining stuff, because we've almost, we're up to level 13 again. We're still not really where we were. Man, I really don't like it when I can't see those guys. I know he's around here somewhere, but man, I just can't see him. Let's just kind of, there we go. Maybe something like that. Whoa. Almost walked right into that. Look at that giant pit of lava. Wow. Always want to watch where you're going in the nether. And that did it for the hammer. We're going to have to repair that when we get back home. Well, we still got a pickaxe. Let's see, I think I'm going to get rid of some of this netherrack, if you remember our nice little trash can. I'll hang on to some of that netherrack. Some of it might come in handy later. So that's another quartz we're up to now. A little over a stack. And man, I am just barely left clicking, and this pick is just destroying this netherrack. Yeah, I just really want to destroy one block, and it's just so fast. It's almost 2 stacks. There we go. There was one block. I think while I'm in here, hopefully that guy doesn't see me. I'm going to go ahead and remove these deaths. So that was a fun little trip to the nether. I think that's enough for today. So we can get back to our base and start working on some stuff there. Gotta love the lag. Wow, I thought they were going to get me for a second. Oh, here's some skeletons. And a sneaky creeper. I see you, sneaky creeper. Man, those guys are just not letting up. There's an enderman. We are in no shape to take on an enderman right now. Let's see if we can hurry up and sneak into bed. And nope, there are monsters nearby. So, wow. So let's get some of our stuff put up. As you can see, I have been mining. As a matter of fact, completely filled this chest up. I've got so much stuff, I've had to start putting some stuff back up here again into an overflow chest. So we're going to stick our glowstone. See what else we've got that we can stick in there. Anything yet? And we're healed up a little bit more now, so let's see if we can't take care of these guys out here. Man, I may need to make myself a bow. There we go. Man, those guys were just not playing nice at all, were they? Not at all. Wow. We need a little bit. I don't think we're going to need to bother with sleeping now, because it looks like it's turning into daytime. I have been doing a little bit more work, clearing some land away. I pretty much decided that once I can get enough of this land cleared away, that this is where I'm going to start building my main new base. Haven't quite got enough land cleared away yet. Oh, there. How do you like it? Oh, there's a random little sheep. I've also been picking up some of this sugar cane. See if we can't get down. So I will need some sugar cane in the future. I don't really need it right now, But if I just happen to see it like right then, I'm going to go ahead and grab it. That's where my shovel ran off to. I may have left it. I think I left my shovel behind. I didn't think I was going to need it in the nether. And it looks like we're going to need to clear out some inventory space. But I've been clearing a large part of the land. I also have made myself a broad axe, which is good for chopping down whole trees. And I'll demonstrate that for you here as soon as I can get some more of my stuff put up. Like we're going to be using overflow chest, more than likely. Put up the yardite and the cobalt. And I did make a couple of more drawers. I was anticipating coming back from the nether with a little bit of nether rack. And as you can see, I've started keeping my wood in here. I've got a lot of blocks in here. Generally, I like to have a building that all it's going to do is store blocks. Got some basalt that I would like to store in here. Take a couple of pieces of oak wood. Let's see here. Do I still have any chests on me? No. Let's take out enough to make a couple of chests here real quick. There we go. Give us a couple of chests. We'll need a few more planks. And we're going to need a couple more than that. I think I'm going to need 4 more. Let's see if I can't remember to left click and not right click on there to pull stuff out. There we go. If I remember right, yeah. That should give me 2 more storage drawers. I should be able to put my basalt in there now. And I did get some soul, which we're going to need a little later. Won't need it right this second. Sure, let's see if anything else will go. I cleared a little bit out. So let's go back and finish cleaning up our inventory. Oh, those storage drawers are nice. I am excited. There's so much I want to try to get done today. I don't think that we're going to have nearly enough time to get everything done that I want. However, we will get quite a bit done today, I think. Get that nether quartz up there. Let's get our food back over here. I think I can show you a neat little trick with this, because I really haven't been using a whole lot of the monster flesh. A lot of times early on, you know, when food is kind of an issue, you could make something called a drying rack and dry your monster flesh on that. I have some, yeah, I do. Should be able to show you how to do that real quick too if you want. I believe we take the slabs and then do the slabs. Yeah, that's exactly right. Those are our drying racks. And you can take some of this monster flesh that we've been keeping in with our food. That's why I've been keeping it in with the food, by the way. But you can hang the monster flesh up here, and after a little while, that's going to turn into some kind of monster jerky we'll be able to eat. We can use that for food if we want. Honestly, you know, we had such a great start that a lot of my survival techniques that I like to use, I didn't really need to. This just wasn't necessary this time, so I didn't really get into it. One of the other things I've done is, in an effort to better control the coal, since I didn't realize this was just going to continually burn the coal, is I've added a hopper with a switch here. And you can see that I've got some coal in here already. I'm going to flip that switch for a second, and you can see that that coal just starts loading up into our coal generator. And then I flip the switch back off again, and it stops the coal from leaving the hopper. Anyway, looking out there, it's looking pretty nice outside today. See, I've still got a little bit of stuff to put away. Let's get the rest of this stuff put up, shall we? A bunch of potatoes. I harvested a bunch of our potatoes, which hopefully they were pretty close to cooking up, and they are. Quite a bit of mutton, so I'm not going to worry about cooking that one piece right now. Let's go keeping our sugar cane up here. Yes. Seeds can go home. I've got room in here for the sulfur. Doesn't really look like it, but sulfur. This must be different kinds of sulfur, and they are. Looks like one's from Thermal Foundation and one is from Railcraft. That's going to be another use for the storage drawers, believe it or not. The storage drawer takes advantage of something in Minecraft called the ore dictionary. So if items like this sulfur here shares the ore dictionary with the sulfur from a different mod, so this one's from Railcraft, this one's from Thermal Foundation, both of these will go into the same drawer. I'm not quite ready to start putting our sulfur in a drawer yet. I don't really think that's going to be completely necessary. I want to try to keep our nether quartz together so I can have a better idea of how much of it we're using. Because I think what I'm going to need to do today is work towards getting an alloy smelter. I think that's really going to be what is holding us up. Let's see what we're going to need for that. We're going to need a few furnaces. Need another one of those basic capacitors, some more iron bars, iron. I think this is going to be within our reach. Oh, we're going to need a cauldron. So let's go grab a decent amount of iron. Probably a stack or so. I think we'll start with a stack. Let's try that little stack. That might be enough. Little stack of iron might be just what we need. Do I have any iron bars left? Yes, I do. We're going to need 4 of them. I have just enough for that. Let's also go and grab some of that copper. Not a whole lot. I'd say 10 or 12 is probably going to be good enough. We're going to need some of this redstone. We're also going to need a few of our gold ingots. So let's get started on our alloy smelter. We're going to need a basic capacitor. There's our capacitor. We are going to need, well, I think, oh, no, we didn't pull the bars out of there. So let's pull the bars out. There we go. Now we should be able to make that machine chassis. There we go. We're going to need a cauldron. And we're going to need 3 furnaces. Now, I have pretty much stopped using these furnaces. And honestly, I don't really see myself needing them anymore. It's possible that I could. And if we do need them, I've got plenty of cobblestone, so we can always make another one if we need to. Honestly, though, I think we're probably going to be pretty close to done with the vanilla furnaces, with the exception of just cooking the food, which, thanks to the hopper and this nice little setup I've got here, that one furnace is going to be plenty. We may as well, let's go ahead and turn this back into regular coal. There we go. I think we can go ahead and put some of this in there. Yeah, we sure can. And we'll just flip the rest of that. There's 5 of them up there, and that's fine. So, where to put our alloy smelter? And I think what I'm going to need to do, let's see here. Let's take this out. I'm going to need to redesign this just a tad. In fact, I was trying to hold off on this. I was hoping we'd be able to get ourselves a new base before I had to start doing this. Unfortunately, I think that we're going to need to go ahead and get this done. And we're going to need to do this before we can start making our new base. So let's really think about how we're going to need to set all this stuff up. As we're probably going to want our capacitor here. I am more than likely going to want my atomic reconstructor up here. I know this may seem a little silly, but I think that's what we're going to need to do. So I'm going to want my sag mill here, and I'm going to want, well, that was my alloy smelter. No shortage of derps either. Lots of death, lots of derps in this episode. So we're going to have the sag mill here, alloy smelter here. Hopefully I can remember where I put, there they are. And let's get an item conduit here, because we're going to start doing a little more complicated things, I think. Let's see what it's going to take to make a Yeta wrench. I think it may be time to go ahead and make a Yeta wrench. So let's see if we have what we need to make one of those. See, we're going to need a basic gear, which is cobblestone, any kind of cobblestone, and sticks. So let's go ahead and do that. I may need to run over real quick. Oh, here's a cheap little trick. We can just take some of this smooth stone, and I can bust that up with my axe, turn it right back into cobblestone. There we go. Oops. I still need some sticks. Should be up here. There we are. So there is that. And that is electrical steel. How do we make electrical steel? Well, we're going to need some crushed coal of some kind, an iron ingot, and some silicon. Wow. Okay. Well, I can tell you for the silicon, what we're going to need is some sand. So we may need, let's take a nap. Well, we're going to have to run over to our storage building. And we're going to need to get a couple of things. I see you, sneaky creature. Trying to sneak up on me. Oh, there he got me. Oh, he got me. It's a good thing we flamed this chunk so he didn't blow a hole. But you can see he still did a fair amount of damage. I was a little bit away from him, and he still managed to hook me a little bit. Let's see. Do I have any sand over here? No, that's limestone. So we have that sag mill. So let me take a good amount of that gravel there. So I'm going to show you how we can get some sand. There's sand all over the place, I know. But we can take this gravel and we can pop the gravel right here into the sag mill, and this is going to give us some sand. You'll see why I want this sand here shortly. We got a little more flint. Throw that right back up there. I tell you, I can't wait until we can properly automate all this stuff. You guys are going to love how we automate all the sag mills and the alloy smelters. We're going to have a lot of fun doing that. But before we can really start getting that, we're going to need to do the Yeta wrench. And you'll see why here shortly. This won't take very long. I think that may actually give us what we need. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the rest of that out of there. And now I'm going to take this sand and put it in the sag mill, because the sand is going to give us silicon. I don't think we needed quite that much. So that's probably going to be good. I think we only needed, what, 3 pieces? And we're going to need to crush some of this coal. Here. I think I can go ahead and get our coal generator back up there where it belongs. Yep. And I believe this hopper will also go, see where I want to put it. Do I want to put it on this side? Let me see if I can feed the coal into it from this side. Not really sure. I may have to actually feed that in from the top. Not too sure about that. Let's see. Is it going to take it? Oh, it's taking it just fine. That'll be just fine. You guys will see why I'm doing this crazy setup here in a little bit. I'm going to need to put something there. Probably put something there so it doesn't look like that's just hanging in the air. And I'm going to, let me see if I have enough cobble. No, I'm going to go grab a little bit more cobble. Should have just grabbed some cobble over there while I was there. Craziness. I'm going to make a neat little item here that's going to help us get our... Let's see, I believe this is a dropper, if I'm not mistaken. What do I need for a dropper again? It's been a while since I've made a dropper. There's the dropper. Oh, it needed a piece of redstone. Okay, so did I have redstone on it? I do. Haha. We can just go ahead and make that up real quick. There we go. Now we got a dropper. And I'll need a lever. Might need a lever. I've done this once before, and honestly, I don't remember exactly how I had it set up. But that should drop stuff. Let's test that out. Oh, you know, I do remember what I did before. I remember exactly what I ended up having to do. This thing needs a redstone signal to drop. And I experimented with buttons, I experimented with levers, and basically what it would do is after that initial pulse, it wouldn't send any more of a redstone signal. So I believe what I ended up doing was making another redstone clock. So let's get a redstone torch. Do we need actual stone for that? I believe we needed actual stone for that. I think I have just enough. And this is in all smelting mode, so this is going to work like a furnace, or it can act like a smelter. And I think this stuff is probably done now. I've got a pulverized coal. I think we might be able to look into making our electrical steel shortly after this. There we go. And we should still have quite a few redstone torches. Remember, we made a whole bunch of those. So let's see. Says I got everything, and there we go. There's our redstone clock. And I am going to want a lever. Ran out of cobblestone again. Boy, this is fun. You know what? I'm just gonna come down here and hijack a piece of stone. How about that? Instead of running all the way over there again. Just for a silly lever. There we go. Now we should be able to pop this up here, and I like having a lever. There we go. So now, when I put stuff in here, and I want it to drop in front of there, I can flip this lever, and it's just going to drop all of my items right out of it. So let's, I got 3 pieces here. Let's just turn that into flint so I'm not carrying that stuff around anymore. And let's put that in the sag mill. And now we can get back to making our Yeta wrench. And we were needing electrical steel, which is going to be iron, coal, and silicon. I believe we have all that stuff, so let's try shift-clicking it in there. And yeah, that's going to give us plenty. That'll give us plenty. That'll give us exactly what we need. It's going to give us more than what we need to make the Yeta wrench, but we're going to end up needing more electrical steel anyway, so this isn't going to really hurt anything. It is going to be a little bit slow. Just a little bit. Wonder if we can make at least a double layer capacitor yet. let's see. It's going to need some energetic alloy, which is redstone, gold, and glowstone. Oh, there's that sneaky glowstone. Now we can see why it was worth dying so many times in the nether. Is like I was saying, we're getting close to the point where we're going to really start needing to make some more complicated items so that we can progress further. I mean, this is going to work for a little while. This is not exactly what I had in mind when we're talking about automation. I mean, this is going to kind of work for a little while, and that should have given us exactly what we needed for the Yeta wrench. There we go. Yeta wrench. I can't actually see the connector here like I want to see it. So that's where the Yeta wrench is going to come in handy. I'm going to hold down Shift and left click, and now it brings up this nice little menu where I can select all the different possible ways this thing can connect. And we're going to want to make sure we select the sag mill. And this is going to extract always active. We're always going to want that to extract more than likely. If we don't want it to extract, chances are it's probably not going to go into that alloy smelter anyway. But we'll get a little better, cleaner setup when we start making our new base. Here we go. We can pull the rest of that out of there now. So this is a somewhat automated setup. I can, if I really, really wanted to, just for instance, let's take some, oh, I don't know, how about a little gold? We can always use gold, right? Take a little bit of this gold, and it's going to sag. The sag mill is going to grind it up into a couple pieces of gold powder. And then it is going to get sucked into our alloy smeltery, where it will automatically be smelted into gold. Now I'm still going to be using the smeltery, for the large bits of smelting ores that I need, and I'm probably just going to use this as an alloy smelter. In fact, I'm going to set that to alloys only. And what that's going to do is, prevent things from just automatically sucking into there if I don't want it to. I mean, basically, we're going to have quite a few setups. This is just kind of going to get us going. Because remember, I'm going to want some of that energetic alloy. That was really the whole point of going to the nether. In fact, let's go ahead and get some of that. Let's get some of that cooking up right now. There we go. And I think I've only got 4 or 5, so it's only going to put enough material in there as the smallest amount that you're asking to put in there. So I only had 4 of those gold ingots, and even though I had much more glowstone and much more redstone, it's going to keep equal quantities in there. So again, because I only had 4 gold, it's only going to put 4 redstone and 4 glowstone in there as well. So let's work on the rest of this stuff up, because we've already gone over our time limit for the episode. But I do want to get at least one of those smelted up. I wanted you guys to see how this alloying process works. I think that is going to just about wrap it up for episode 10. We didn't get nearly as much done as I wanted to, but quite frankly, my to-do list right now is huge. There is so much that I want to get done, it's hard to decide where to start. Well, that is going to wrap it up for episode 10. I really hope you guys are enjoying the series. Again, if there's anything that you want to see me try to do, if there's anything that I haven't covered that maybe you're having trouble with, if you think there's something I might be able to help with, feel free to comment down below. I do check on that stuff regularly. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. I do think that's going to wrap it up, though. So thanks for stopping by today, and take care.